Hello and welcome to Model Kit Stuff, and I have a product review for you today. The product we're going to be looking at is this. It's Dio Drybrush paint from Mig Dio. And what's really interesting about this is the fact that these are acrylics. So normally when you're doing dry brushing, or normally when I'm doing dry brushing certainly, I tend to use enamels or oils for that because it's a process that I'm doing on top of ordinary paints that I've put down like acrylics. Now I do it with acrylic paint, but when you dry brush with acrylic paint, the problem that you have is the drying time of the paint, and what will happen is on the end of your brush it will dry and it'll get lumpy, and you have to go through the process of putting on paint and taking it off with a paper towel much more frequently, and it's only really any good for small areas and bits and pieces like that. So I might use it in a 172 aircraft cockpit, for example, but it's not ideal even mixing it with flow improver and that sort of stuff to try and slow the drying time down. It's not brilliant, so I tend to use oils, or most likely an enamel for that, and that gives you the drying time that you need. You can put the paint on your brush properly and so on, but these are acrylic paints and they're formulated especially for dry brushing. Now I don't know exactly what they've done to these, but what you get is quite a thick paint. So let's see if we can see it better in the white one. No, not really, but I can hold this jar side on and this paint isn't pouring anywhere. I don't know if you can see that. It is not runny at all. It's a really thick paint, and you can perhaps see on the side of that there how thick that is, and it holds its shape. So what they've done to it, I am not sure, but let me read you what it says on the side of the jar. Water-based acrylic paint formulated for highlighting the details of a model using the dry brush technique. Moisten the brush with the colour and wipe it off onto a paper towel. Then generally rub the surface to be subtly deposited the remaining colour until the surface details pop out. So the process is no different. That's exactly what you'd do if you were doing dry brushing. Most people, I suspect, have a dedicated brush for dry brushing, quite often a flat brush or a stippling brush, or depending on whether you want your dry brushing to look like random scratches or whether you're just highlighting. So there's different brushes that you'd perhaps use, although you can get specialist dry brushing brushes, and that'll be featured in another video. So I'm going to show you how these work, and then you can take a view for yourself. So we've got ourselves a little paper towel, and this one that we are going to use is the Panzer Grey, which is Mig 0604. You can buy these quite widely now, and since I bought these, I'm not sure if I bought them when they first came out or not long after they came out, they seem to have added colours to the range. So it was quite a small range of colours. That now seems to be a lot more extensive. So let's see. Let's start. I'm going to start with this hatch. So let's see if we can get you in a bit closer. Okay. So you don't need to shake the paint. It's that thick, you're not going to do much to it anyway. And I'm actually going to take some of the paint out of the top here. And we've got that on our brush. And we're just going to wipe it off. There we go. So you can see that's gone on really easily, really quite well. And it's water soluble, so I can just rinse this under a tap, maybe a spot of washing up liquid, and job's done. So I really like this. Goes on really easy, yeah. The cleanup's going to be easier than if you're using enamel paints, because you don't need white spirit or whatever to clean up. The downside, I suppose, of it, if there is any, is because it's water-based. Taking it off is probably going to be difficult, and you're going to have to paint over it if you need to redo it. Whereas with enamel paints, if you're putting it on top of a acrylic, you can just get thinners and take it off if you've not allowed it to dry. But this is, you know, I can handle this now. This is done. It's handleable. I can take it to my next process. So yeah, I have no issues with that. So let's have a look at another part. So we've got this drive sprocket here off a Tiger. And if you use a proper dry brushing brush like I'm using here, then you can go in multiple directions and capture all of the raised surfaces, and you've got something that looks really nice very, very quickly. There you have it, the Mig Dio Drybrush paint. I love them. I really, really love them. Am I going to get more of them? Absolutely I am. I have just these two colours at the moment. I tend to buy my tools and products as I need them rather than going out and buying a full set. I do sometimes. I did with the streaking brushes. But yet another Mig Ammo product that is really, really good. Having, you know, I'm not saying that I'm a big fan of Mig Ammo products particularly. There are some Mig Ammo products that I think are absolutely rubbish, like their photo etch white glue. I wouldn't buy that again, but this is a great little product. I'm enjoying using it. It's going down really well. Does exactly what it says it's going to do. Quick and easy to use, quick and easy to clean up. Exactly what the modeler's looking for. So yeah, I will be buying more of these as and when I need them. I think this is a nice thought through product. So I don't do recommendations, but what I would say is if you do a lot of dioramas or you use the dry brushing technique quite a bit, have a look, see if there's some colours that suit your needs and give them a go, because I think they're fabulous. There you go. Thank you for looking in. I hope that was really helpful for you. You enjoy your modelling, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye for now.